Two on the top. Two on the top line.
Me?
Yeah.
I wrote out my scene.
Okay.
I don't really have anything else like sort of planned out.
I'm just checking in. I'm not,
Yeah.
not saying you have to have anything.
Yeah, I wrote out my scene. That is how I feel. I feel good about it.
I also have a scene plus the room.
Seen what?
And then also the room.
Oh.
It's like separate from it. Yeah. Just a small one.
What room are you talking about?
Rune.
Rune. Ah, gotcha.
The room where it happened.
What about or Wendelin? Anything?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. Getting into book 2.
60 feet under?
60 feet under.
Only because you told us this, I promise I did not look it up.
No, it's alright. There's no spoiler as bad as the first book.
Except for it wasn't a spoiler because you changed it.
I had to.
Well,
Fucking had to.
welcome to
It was-
book 1. There's a serial killer in this hotel.
Yeah.
How good are you at history? Do you know H.H. Holmes? It's basically that. Okay. Welcome to day 1.
And you have an intern.
Mm.
You forgot the subtext of the title.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not a liability.
Okay.
I do not have enough money to do anything about any of the items that would actually be useful to me. So we wait.
I haven't even thought about shopping, even though I probably should. Let's get through one more day. One more payout.
You always take out a loan. Lots of
From
banks.
who? I'm not
Abigail?
taking a loan. What's my collateral?
I'm gonna do student loans.
You guys
and
got
then
a steady
have-
job. What are you talking about?
My collateral's that I haven't. Oh. What's the interest rate?
Payment plans and
What's the
interest rate. You have to make a religion check to determine your interest rates.
Oh fuck.
TRPGs
Religion
to
check. How about legal
basic
lore?
games and have student loans again.
This is mostly a joke, sir. I'm just. You did ask.
I don't think he was joking.
10% APR. I don't even know what that means. Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Rachel, you all caught up with the live show? I said, oh yeah, I assume so. I watched when you were at, just because that's one that just came out, right?
No, the
Sweet.
one I was at comes out this week. So yes,
Okay,
I am
never
caught
mind.
up.
I got
So you're more caught up than I am.
I got caught up almost up to the main show.
They got a lot, but I really like it.
When fucking Matthew's new character shows up
The
and
pedophile?
oh yeah, it totally like fails at everything and gets knocked out in the first combat.
I know, poor dude.
Oh,
Like didn't do anything. Failed on all of those things. Put a mirror up there for no reason. Zero reason to have the mirror up there. Just it made himself just twice the target. I played in my Holy shit! What was that? That was Outlaws of Alkenstar. One of the players was a had used the mirror and stuff too. I'm just like, oh my god, this is like nerve wracking because you're two targets now instead of one. It's so dangerous. It's so
Well,
crazy.
he'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, I think he was just doing it to show off because it had no benefit at all.
No.
I've looked at that mirror so much. I just don't get it.
It's
I don't like it.
It's great for its mobility. It's huge mobility factor.
Yeah,
It seems like so much to deal with.
it does seem very complicated.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm already trying to not die. I don't also need to fucking play StarCraft.
Yeah.
Like, what's your APM? I don't know. This is Pathfinder. Leave me alone.
When do you get your second implement?
Next level.
I was gonna say it's getting close, right?
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm dropping even
Right
more.
now it's a weapon implement, right?
Mm-hmm. That was my first.
Yeah.
For reasons.
Raisins.
Ineffective.
Yeah.
There's like 5 good implements to start with, and then 2 really bad ones. Which are Wand and Chalice are both pretty bad to start with because they just don't really do much.
I'll wand your chalice.
Oh, word?
Ow.
For free?
With an interest rate. Bringing it back around.
Chase is like,
Way to go.
anyway.
Okay. So let me just the problem with these sound sets, it's like sometimes it's too much noise. Okay. We cut to some what looks to be an underground location, perhaps. Cold, wet stone, worked stone in these large open areas, the domed ceiling, all of stone. And it's a relatively quiet time here, all things considered. There are just some folks working metal, people just kind of hustling back and forth at a leisurely pace. This is underneath the Aurorium. Currently, there's no activities at the moment, but much like the rest of Absalom, it is there's stuff going on all over the city celebrating the Radiant Festival. And folks are just kind of here doing, maintenance, repairing weapons, mending wounds, planning the next matches. There's, people, handlers walking around, examining the environment, the people. It's kind of like, the what is that horse race? Any horse race? Yeah, like the Kentucky Derby, kind of, where in between races people kind of walk around and get to look at the goods.
Conti's wearing a gigantic red hat with flowers on it.
Yeah. During, matches, these areas are like locked down and quiet and somber. But now it is a time of flux and activity as they prepare for the day's activities, which include all manner of incredible battles with all sorts of exotic creatures in very unique and challenging landscapes. The landscape of the Aurorium, is modular and could even, be filled with water, and can reenact naval battles on it, things like that. And so lots of folks running around setting up the jam-packed schedule that they have, and there are, a few organics, as they're called, mechanics for the flesh. And I think we see Kanti there, maybe.
I think she's a little uncomfortable. She hasn't stepped foot in here since that fight she had with Karn, where she ended, not just this relationship that we saw for book 1, but also her time here.
Yeah.
She got offered this chance to join the Edge Watch, and she's trying really hard to make an actual future from herself, not just throw away what time she has.
And as you're looking around, your eyes pass on to a very large etched kind of chalkboard that shows the matches, who's participating. You see Karn's name on there.
I think she stares at it for a moment, as sighs, disappointed that he's still doing this, but also seeing his name lets her know that he's still alive, at least.
He's part of a group of 3 that are going to be battling a series of imported beasts and magical creatures from all over the world.
Shit. She shakes her head, and then we'll just try to just move on and put him out of her mind. And she starts like perusing, seeing like these probably nasty looking like great axes, great swords, and oversized tower shields with like spikes on the end, and like gruesome looking displays of weapons. Some not even for sale, but just like stationed there until like grabbed for the combat. She kind of like winces thinking about her time using things like this, and is trying to focus on like what could make her better at what she does. Not doing the spectacle of it, the deadliness, but how can she better protect this city without going above and beyond to this level of bloodshed?
Okay. And you see a few. Is she in uniform?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah. She is wearing also like still very loose clothing.
Uh-huh.
But nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Not displaying any.
No.
Not the metal.
Not the shield, not the metal. Probably still has a couple of wounds from Pratchett, but nothing like actively bleeding, I imagine,
Right.
in a few days.
Okay.
Maybe some scabs.
You catch catch a few glances from folks within the gladiatorial community that may recognize you. You know, a few nods of recognition.
They all know that she's no longer doing this, you know, because she hasn't shown up to a fight. And
Yeah. Would she have a friend that may recognize her?
I think the nurse that was taking care of Karn, I think she had a special friendship with the main doctor that took care of wounded patients. It's where she started learning the art of medicine as well, since she has these battle medicine ability.
It's a club.
Yeah.
Okay. You hear her voice. Fancy seeing you here. Kanthi. What's her name? Does she have one? I could give her one.
Man,
I can give her one. It's fine. I just didn't know if you
I
had
think
one.
Yeah. No.
I am shit stained.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No.
Shitstain.
Isnu. Let's go with Isnu.
Is no. Okay.
Isnu. 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 Are you back to? Are you back to the Aurorian?
Oh, stopping by, running errands.
See,
Not here for long.
have you does Card know you're here?
No, and she kind of steps a little bit closer, her voice under her breath. I would appreciate it if he did not know.
Understand.
It's good to see you. Sorry I haven't stopped by.
Huh? Don't be sorry. You're better off staying far away from this place.
Yeah.
Anything you need while you're here?
Just looking.
Looks like she's on her way somewhere. She got a medical bag with her.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Conthea starts like walking in the direction with her just to like not slow her down, but still have this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I've enjoyed my time in the watch, but it is some days just as deadly as the Aurium.
Oh, I can imagine. And it's a miracle that the precipice quarter was reclaimed at all. I suppose we have the knights to thank for that.
Praise be. Did you hear about the serial killer in the hotel that burned down?
I thought I heard something about that. H.
I'm like-
Holmes, was it?
Conte gets this wide smile on her face. I was fucking there.
No,
I was
stop
part of
it.
the team.
She
that was
punches you.
in that hotel. No,
You're
I'm
kidding.
serious. No, and she like shows off like her bicep that is like gash from his sword cane. That's still
Okay.
healing.
And she, there's people walking back and forth. She reaches and grabs something from someone as they're walking past and unfolds it, and it's the Eyes on Absalom broadsheet.
It's the one you showed us.
Yeah, and she's like, "Is this thing you're talking about? That doesn't look anything like you."
No, it's artistic interpretation. No, we were there. It caught fire and there were
This
zombies.
stuff, the
and-
Eyes on Absalom is pretty sensational, but
I know, but it happened. And then she like glances around for a moment, like suspiciously, and then she like pulls down her shirt just a bit to show off the like gleam of the metal.
she's blinded.
Look, and she like
And
kind of
hisses
pulls
at
back
you.
just a moment.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
she's like,
From the from the Nomark.
that's amazing.
I know. I'm doing real good here. Other than the dwarves, everybody lived.
That's really great. You know, I'm really happy for you. There's a lot of people when they leave the Aurorium, they have a hard time adjusting to. Usually, they end up working as a mercenary, ship off faraway lands, fighting other people's wars. But I'm glad that you found your place.
She smiles again.
Okay, this is my stop. Gotta go.
Good luck. We'll get dinner sometime.
And she either didn't hear you or was already preoccupied with.
Or maybe Coffee's like, oh, did I say it too quietly? Yeah.
Did you get that feeling?
Yeah.
Be like, knock, knock, just in case you didn't hear.
Just to be sure.
It's like, oh boy,
Friday?
oh boy, oh boy.
One of those.
Okay. And what happens then? What is she doing here?
From there, she doesn't really want to get in Isnu's way. She's like, oh, this is not me. Like, this is her space. Her Vinja can't really help too much here. So she's gonna kind of glance around, mostly checking to make sure that Karn isn't anywhere, close by.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna, because then she would run off with like a basket over her head, really embarrassing. But she like does a quick glance, doesn't see anybody that she's too familiar with, and she's gonna make her way back to that like hall of weaponry and gear, and just really look for something that can help her in the way that she's dedicated herself now with this idea of affecting your body and mind rather than for the joy of combat. Keeping people safe and secure rather than fighting to kill. And hopefully she stumbles upon a crushing rune that would be exactly what she's looking for.
Okay. So you're at one of the in-house vendors.
Yeah, it's like not even like a stall almost, because like everybody who walks through here is essentially an employee of the Iorium in some way.
Right.
It's like, yeah, he's selling stuff, but it's not like a traditional storefront.
Yeah, you wouldn't even be in here if it wasn't open to the public, right? Either. Because you're no longer registered.
True, yeah.
Right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have, severed that connection for the most part. Yeah, unless you're actively fighting, it's okay. So there's already suspiciously. He's like, "Oh, what you want? You look like the type you'd like to."
And she's gonna try to blend in.
Smash things.
She'll pick up a sword at first. Oh, looking at the quality, sets it down, picks up like a great axe geared for a large person. Like it weighs nothing. Sets it down.
Okay.
What do you have for someone who is good at punching things really hard?
And he shows you a few things like brass knuckles and it's like, well, it looks like your hand wraps are chanted somewhat. I'm afraid I have nothing that can offer you as to make them enhance, but I might be tempted to let you know where I think you might find one.
She kind of raises an eyebrow. Oh?
And he's like, he gives the motion to like the tip jar, if there is a tip jar there.
She kind of like glances around, then hits the 10% button and signs it.
He spins the display. No
Spin
pressure.
back to him. Just hit a button. We'll throw in a gold piece.
Okay. Well, first thing you should be trying to do at least is improving his attitude. Right?
By giving him money, right?
Well, I mean, you could do that, or you can try diplomacy. I forget if you're trained or not.
What about hear
You
me out
are.
with gladiator lore?
I'll give it to you with gladiator lore.
Yes.
But your diplomacy's higher, but
I know,
gladiator
I
has a
just
lower
wanna use it
DC.
I just want to use it so bad.
Well, the lores have to have lower DCs.
And like she'll like kind of like toss him a gold piece, which isn't worth a whole lot, but kind of like as a joke. And she's like, "How have the fights been? Are they spectacular? Oh, I
One gold piece. Uh-oh. Did I lose you guys?
No, hello.
Oh, it's Chase.
Chase is frozen.
He's locked.
No. They're in gay baby jail.
Oh no.
What?
It's a term that got popularized in the speedrunning community when you get soft locked out of a game and have to restart. But it's a gay baby jail. It's just like you're
Gay
locked out.
baby
like,
jail.
yeah. But it's also just a funny phrase.
It is a fun. Okay, we'll give him like a minuto. What?
Every time. Okay.
Just to see what's going on. So you've had like the next 2 days off. Okay.
Yes.
During those 2 days, what do we see Gwendolyn doing? Oh, bye-bye.
They said it's resetting, so.
Yeah.
Honestly, if during the downtime you probably don't see Gwendolyn at all. She like just disappears.
Mysteriously?
Huh?
In a mysterious fashion?
Well, I mean, she doesn't see any of her coworkers.
Right, but where do we as the viewing audience see her?
Yeah, so I was just going.
Okay.
What
Sorry.
you probably see is someone who maybe could be considered Gwendolyn in another life if they had been born as, a human, performing at a speakeasy called Kegs and Legs.
Eggs and
Eggs and
legs.
Eggs and legs. Nice.
And yeah, she's the person singing up on the stage is going by the name Jessica.
Singing, you said?
Yes, singing.
She's got to sing the Fever song, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Fever!
That is.
It's what it's sung in all of the
When you touch me, fever when you're old.
Look, I think that's like a thing where that song is performed the most in like that setting in movies.
It's an old jazz.
It's just redone so many times. Okay, so then I guess we're back to the smithy while we hear Gwendolyn singing
in the background.
Jessica is singing.
I was gonna say it's not Wendell.
Jess.
Oh, that's right.
Jessica.
I'm not bad, honey. I'm just
It's
strong,
just strong that way. Yeah.
And my gladiator lore that I'm loading back in to finally roll.
Okay, so you're gonna give him a gold piece.
Yeah, I'm gold piece, and then she's gonna try to talk him up about like what the latest fights have been. The one with the demon against the small horde in the boats, that was really cool. Because like she doesn't even go to the fights as a guest, but I think she stays up to date on what's happening.
Do it.
Would you like this hidden?
No, not really.
Okay. Ooh, I think I'm gonna need the hero point. 14, yeah.
For real,
Okay.
For real.
It's not a well, okay, Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
I mean, it was a fail.
Mm-hmm. But it was only to improve attitude.
Right. Okay, so that is actually a success. And he will tell you where to go. But he wants more money because you've moved him from indifferent to no, unfriendly to indifferent.
How much? Give me a price.
Two more gold.
$2 million.
$2 million.
And then
Fine.
he gives you a location to visit in the Grand Bazaar, which means it's going to require another skill check to navigate the maze that is the bazaar for a place you've never been. The Grand Bazaar is an amalgamation of merchant stalls in the center of the city. It is massive and huge.
She might need some help.
And the name of the place is called Lost and Found. And he knows that a guy keeps some weird shit there, and
Okay.
he heard that the guy, there's someone has a rune there that can do some crushing.
Yeah. Even
Okay.
those crits.
So, okay. So that's going to be a society check, or you have Coins District lore or something.
Society. Is anybody an expert in society? Because I wonder if Conthi would look for help from someone if.
I might be. I am.
Would you like to? Would Safara like to be introduced into the scene?
Sure. Yeah.
Cameo appearance.
Well, yeah. So she was actually going to spend some time like seeing the sights. I think on her time off. So. Yeah.
Is she new to the city?
No. Well, she's more interested in seeing the sights of the Radiant Festival.
Mm-hmm.
But no, she's not new to the city, but she's never had a whole lot of chance to explore the seedier parts of the city, which is what her mother considers anything that's not the Petal District, basically. Yeah, she'd be down for some exploring.
I wonder if Conthi like abducts you, like in the middle of whatever you're doing.
Bag over her head.
You are. He's like,
She's getting black bagged.
We're going shopping.
Okay. All right. For what?
Lost and found.
Lost and found. I thought that was what's not
What
the same
is-
as shopping.
Is the Grand Bazaar in the coins?
That's a good question.
Give me a separate society check to see if you've heard of. No, not you. Not you. You had your chance. Savara, give me a society check to see if you've heard of this place.
Okay. Public.
Yeah, that's fine.
31.
Whoa, Jesus. Okay.
They probably showed up in some like case that she helped with or something.
By some crazy, quirk of fate, you have heard of Lost and Found. It's operated by a dwarf over a century ago.
Lost and found. Oh, you mean yes? No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, this way.
Yeah, he it is known as a junk store, but the owner prefers to call it a curiosity shop. So this may also have drawn, her interest, perhaps.
I've heard of it, but what? Are you sure that's where you want to shop? There are tons of far more reputable shops and merchants.
And it's a bit of an institution in the bazaar as well.
Is it like when you go to like a touristy place and there's like the giant souvenir shop
Oh,
that's
God.
like 2 stories tall and
No, this is more like fuck. What's it called? Curious Things? No, what is that name of those little stores? The little Needful Things. Like the Magic Curio shop with all these unusual and unique items.
And
yeah.
But in the Stephen King world, they're like monkey paw stuff. Everything is cursed.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
But everything is unique. That's what this kind of place this is. I think he's very extremely knowledgeable in historical, cultural, fashion, literature, cuisine. The guy's very learned. And the shelves are just full of collected junk, leather journals, and random wedding dresses, and crystal goblets. But I'm going to say Savara knows the location so well that she can just get you there without really having to make another roll.
Maybe Compy like pulls off the wedding dress and like holds it in front of Savar for just a second and goes, not your color.
No, definitely not.
And they enter the ching ching the door.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Savara would not wear off the rack.
That's true.
No. Well, she probably does now.
With her
The shop itself is several stories high. And each level is connected by a spiral staircase.
sick.
Each floor has room for only a single corridor with shelves on both sides. And there's about a half dozen employees here who are working. And Yigawil, who is the proprietor, has a reputation for treating his employees well.
Equal. Mm-hmm.
But sure enough, with a little asking around, one of the employees presents you with this mighty crushing road.
Ooh.
You may pay the 9 gold for it. Right? Is it 9 gold? 50 gold, sorry.
50, yeah, I was like...
9 sounds good.
Jesus. Why did I say 9? I don't know.
There's only a tip, too. Remove 5.
Platinum, eh? Ooh, big
Big
some
spender.
Sphynx dropping Sphinxes.
Big spender.
You know, sometimes it's just easier to carry it around. Thank you, Savata.
Of course. So maybe I've been sort of thinking over a potential equipment change now that have more access to more things, and I'm just gonna kind of spring this on you. I don't know, and you may or may not like this idea, but perhaps this magical curio shop would be the perfect place to find something like this. I have been thinking it would be nice to, instead of relying on a reload weapon, to find a ranged weapon I could put a returning rune on. That would help things a lot, and I can afford that now.
Like a thrown weapon.
The problem is the vast majority of thrown weapons are like guns, or they're like piercing or slashing or whatever. Or the clubs are like 10-foot range, which doesn't help. I mean, it's doable, but it's not ideal. But since we've sort of, flavor homebrewed a lot of weapons to be bludgeoning instead of what they normally are, what I would like to do, if you're cool with this, is to get like a chakram, but treat it like a club. So basically like a small throwing club that I could clonk things over the head with, but then put a returning rune onto it so that I wouldn't have to worry about
like a star knife with
reloading.
like nubs in the points.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, that could just be like a 3-pointed boomerang, right? I've seen those.
Yeah, well, and there is a boomerang in the game, but
Let's just use that stat.
Well, it's uncommon. It also, by default, it automatically returns if you miss. But I mean, yeah, we could do a boomerang if you'd rather do that. What is it? It has
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to
actually-
get too far into changing
Okay.
weapon properties. Like I could see the crossbow because you could have special bolts made, and I don't.
Right.
I feel
Right.
that's not going to affect it.
Yeah, if you're cool with me having a boomerang, and like I think it'd be fun as hell. I was thinking
There are
that maybe
African throwing sticks too.
ooh, what are those called?
Yeah, I was about to do a search on archives for a blunt thrown.
There aren't very many. I've been reading through them. Most of them are like the halfling weapons and stuff. Let's see, what is this? Yeah, and a lot of them are rare, or uncommon, or spree sling. No, gun, that won't work. But yeah, like I can't use the halfling sling stuff, even though that would be cool.
It's 20 feet. Like, do you have martial proficiency? Could you use the
I
light
do.
hammer?
Well, you have bolas.
Yeah, but they don't do damage. Yeah.
Sure, they do. 1d6. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, they do. Should I put a returning?
Absolutely.
rune on my
Well, there's
bolas?
nothing that's preventing you from doing that.
Well, how would that work if I used him to trip though?
Well, then that would be that they wouldn't return.
Right. Well, they'd really trip.
Yeah, right.
But
Would you want that?
Stick with the
over a light
bolas.
hammer?
Let me find the light hammer.
Light hammer is the same throne, but it has the agile trait instead, I guess, which may be relevant and good, but I don't know. You're also an investigator.
Yeah, she's not going to be throwing twice. I mean, she
Yeah.
could be.
No. Yeah, but it's unlikely. I could be, but yeah.
She's a bola. You've already used them.
Isn't there?
No, that's true. I wasn't even thinking about the bola, but like I
Isn't
could
there
do that.
some sort of requirement on your strategic strike?
Returning bolas. No, there is the they can do any kind of strike.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
For the
requirement-
you mean for the stratagem?
Yeah,
Right.
strategic strike.
Yeah.
the requirement is once I devise on a given target, if I attack that round, I have to use. If
Right,
I attack
against
that
that
target
target.
that round, I have to use my devise a stratagem roll. If there's a second target, I can attack that instead. We have had a lot of single enemy combats, but
Yeah, I just wasn't sure, like, you know.
It's the precision damage I think that he's talking about. But yes, it doesn't
gotcha.
matter. It doesn't matter. It's any strike with a weapon.
I just wanted to make sure we.
No, it's good. It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Don't be like, oh,
Yeah.
great.
So there you go. We don't even need nothing special.
okay. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Ebola I think
don't
is
know.
cool as hell.
I did too. I don't know why I didn't even think about that because I was just going through the list.
just
and I'm
think
like,
that
well, that's
it's for
almost
tripping.
cool. That's almost cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew it did damage, to be honest.
Well, we've mostly only used it. I guess I haven't used it because I would have to then go pick it up and like so it's not good. It's not good
Yeah,
for
you
damage
haven't
without
returned
the
it.
returning.
This could be a
If I put a
cool.
returning
This
on
could
it,
be
yeah,
a
yeah.
cool, iconic thing.
Yeah,
Bola, the bolas,
it does.
the bola
I
thrower.
actually wanted to get a throw.
Because you could also use your eventually, if you wanted to. I don't know if you're going that direction, but pick that stratagem. I mean that the investigator
The thing
feat that lets you use
yeah.
your stratagem on athletics checks.
I've been thinking about whether or not I
That's
wanted to
like,
take that. Yeah.
oh my god,
Yeah,
that gives
yeah,
you two options: strike or trip. I mean, it's crazy. Do I want to?
It's still-
Do I want to restrain the guy, or do I want to
Right.
critically hit him?
or trip them.
Yeah.
The only other downside to the bola is it is only 20 feet, but like most of the time, it's probably not going to be a problem.
That's thrown. Most things
Yes,
are. The boomerang is ridiculous.
the boomerang.
That's
is
why it's uncommon.
right.
Because it's
The other thing I was considering doing was getting a thrower's bandolier and having multiple things in it. Now that wouldn't help me. I'd still have to draw something every time, but so it wouldn't help with the reload problem. But it would let me have like different tools in my toolbox close at hand. But no, I think
Right.
the returning bola sounds fun. Let's do that.
yeah. So again, the returning rune is rudimentary.
Yes. Cool.
Yeah, I was very tempted to get a meteor shield. I just didn't want to because I don't know. I ended up using my shield mostly to block.
There's a few other items in here. This guy is selling. He's got a quick runner's shirt, which is a light shirt with arrangements of winged feet. Once per hour, you can give yourself. You can stride twice and gain a plus 10 item bonus to your speed during that stride.
Hunty would just be like,
Nice.
"Phew."
Yeah, once an hour. Get to stride twice. It's two actions, and you get to stride 10 feet, 20 feet more, basically. Pillow shield.
That one's funny.
What does it do?
Pillow
like,
shield? Does it like bounce?
It's
No, you can sleep
it
on
displays the current phase at night, and you lay your head on the reverse side of the steel shield. It becomes pliant and supportive as the best pillows. If you rest using the pillow shield, you can transfer your recovery to the shield. Instead of recovering a number of hit points after resting, the shield is basically repaired instead. So,
it. It's pretty neat.
and then once per day, it can create an area of vigilance, casting alarm centered on itself. It's pretty neat. Okay. What about Elena?
Ilana spends the 2 days off. Um, how sad do I want to make this?
Okay.
Like not even sad like, oh, all my parents are dead, all 5 of my parents are dead or something like that. Just like sad like, oh, Yoletta. No, I'm a fan of this, I think. She spends her first day back with her family, or like her little chosen family that she has here in Absalom. But I think because their routine is so set, like it doesn't really interrupt with her having days off that she didn't plan for. So she kind of just ends up alone doing nothing. And I think that first day she just wanders throughout Absalom like a bunch. Just all over the place. Probably really, really well and truly late into the night, to the point that's when she would usually come home from work. And then the next day she doesn't even bother trying to take the day off, and she just goes back to work because she doesn't have anything else to do.
What about the kiddo?
Ferris is in school. Or he better be.
Yeah, maybe. Did he ever get transferred out of that school that he was in?
No, we haven't transferred him out of that school.
Okay.
I mean, he's in a new school because I moved before the events of the campaign.
Right. So the harbor. So you're not living in the harbor, in the docks
I'm
district
living on
anymore.
Jasper Street.
You're on
Yeah,
Jasper, yeah.
remember?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I have a little apartment on Jasper Street, and that's where me and Ferris and Nona are living.
Wait, and who?
Nona, the old lady who I took
Got it.
in
Right.
and provides childcare home at work.
Right. Where did you meet Nona?
Oh, I have it in my channel.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I
Fresh our
met
memory.
Nona. Yeah, I met Nona, I believe, while doing my rounds in the yeah. I met her while doing my rounds in the Harbor Ward one night, and she was just kind of like down and out, like bad luck, and we got to talking. And she's originally from Riddleport, so we had a little bit in common, and we talked about the old country together, and it just kind of became a, like this is how Parisians take care of each other. Is okay, we're family now. I've decided, you're coming with me, and we will take care of each other. Yeah, but I met her in the Harbor Ward while I was still working there.
Perfect. Okay, cool. I knew that.
Yeah, you knew that, of course. This is
Yeah.
the benefit of all the players, and nobody else.
Something Harbor District? I'm sorry, there was something in my ear. Can you have server repeat that word for word because he knows it?
Okay. 1 second.
This is big. This name is so hard to pronounce. My brother in Christ, you chose the name. That's the same energy. The character, when I played Starfinder with Serve, had a very difficult to pronounce last name.
Oh, you're talking about Nyara's last name?
Yep. And you're like, so since
I didn't know when to
sisters-
stop.
Just more letters, more syllables.
Because I was like, when I remember writing it out, I'm like, let me just add a little more to it. Because it has to be ridiculous. It has to be like beyond our understanding. Like my human understanding of it is limited. It's probably gonna have a few more syllables on it.
You could have added more to that. That is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh, did you just post it?
She just put it.
Yep. I see
I'll-
it.
Yeah.
Helen Thranoladiel, or what was it? What was it?
Self-Ryalidir.
Delhryalidir.
Hill Hyalidir, yeah.
Yeah,
It was enough. It was enough. I could have
enough.
probably cut it a bit more.
Nah.
Okay, so now we get to
speaking of, before we started playing, I practiced saying my whole name, and then I didn't use it for months and couldn't remember it.
Very nice.
I
Very
know,
nice.
right?
Really quick before we do that, I have one more housekeeping question.
Uh-huh.
I was going through my stuff, trying to figure out where all the bulk was coming from, because I was like, how can I be carrying this much? And I realized that the watch pouch belt, which I'm assuming is like a fanny pack, is listed as one bulk. And I don't know if that's just an item you made up or what, but
My watch pouch belt is light.
yeah,
It has
mine.
to do with what it has inside.
Well, no, mine is one by itself plus whatever's inside it, which I am assuming is a mistake. So I just wanted to double check that.
Yeah, just make it light. Let me
okay.
see what I have it originally at. Let me see if I can get to where my head
Because like
was.
backpacks are nothing, and saddlebags like that you would put on a horse are like light or something like that. So it's like
Backpacks are I think one bulk, aren't they?
Nope, they are 0 bulk
They are 0 bulk.
because you're wearing them.
If they're worn, right. Okay.
Oh, let me wear the watch pouch belt.
Oh, oh, you know what? Hold on. Oh, I am wearing it. Yeah. Mine's. Yeah.
Bulk has set it light, so that's what I had it at. So I must have
On
somehow.
mine, it's on 1. Okay, so
It might be because of the manacles, maybe, or no. It should only.
No.
It would have to take
Nope.
quite a bit of items for that to.
It's currently showing 1,3, and there's 3 light inside it, so it's just 1 base. But I'll change it because I didn't think that was right. But so light. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. That's an uncommon item.
Wait, it's still showing. I just changed it. Why will you not?
I'm showing it as 3 light right now. Inside
I
What is
just.
it?
in your inventory.
Alright, I'm gonna close it and open it again because I
I see
lost
three
my
three light.
It's showing. Well, here, I'll show you. It's showing 1,3 for me. Just
Oh,
weird.
I see the 1 there. Yeah.
Yeah. And when I go and anyway, so we can figure it out later. But I'm actually carrying 1 bulk less, or 0.9 bulk less than it says I am. If that's the case.
It's still showing as bulk 1. Let me fix it.
Yeah, maybe it won't let me edit it, but you can.
Ah, interesting. Let me change it for some reason.
Yeah, I was looking to see if I could add a plus a property rune to my armor, and it won't even let me like look at them.
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh, that's right,
interesting,
because
yeah.
we're not using property runes because we're using the automatic.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
We got striking now.
Yeah, I know. Saw that. Me.
Well, you can't look at property runes or armor because you're not level 5.
Right. Yeah, I remembered that now. I was just gonna like look and whatever, but yeah.
I am gonna give you a new patch belt.
Okay.
I had to give myself a new one
See.
because I think I did something weird with
If
it.
that changes it.
Weird. Mine also says 4 light.
No, it should be 4 light. It's 1 light for the watch pouch, and then 3.
So, okay.
1,3. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have
For
to
some
drag the
reason.
items out.
Oh, now, yeah, okay. Yay, light. There we go. All right. I'll let you clean up that mess because I don't want to do it on top of you and
Yeah.
us get in each
Okay.
other's way.
Stabilize,
you.
lesser charge, flare beacon. I'm pretty pleased at how this turned out. Okay, I have fun creating these little things, these little care packages.
Yeah.
All right. So then
I'll let you
we
do
can
it.
delete.
So
Yeah,
we're not doing it at the
I'm
same time.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. That was
Yay,
weird.
thank you.
I've
That was weird.
exorcised the demons.
Wait, now it's hold on. Now it's showing me as
I don't want to hear it anymore.
now it's showing me as having more weight carried. The fuck?
Do
Big
the
and
math.
strong.
I don't know. All right, I'll keep messing with it and figure it out. But
You have a lot of light stuff.
yeah, I know. But
I don't think
why did it go
it's-
up?
No, maybe
was at
maybe it
4.2,
adjusted.
Now it's 4.5.
Maybe it adjusted.
Okay, all right.
Healers adjust.
Okay.
Yeah, healer's tools are expensive
It's a
or
healer's
heavy.
adjust.
So
So
we have Savara. Where is she at this moment? She's certainly not at the Rorium.
You
no,
mean that doesn't-
I
Hopefully she's not
think
the Aurorium.
what was it? Was it morning when we had that ceremony where they like honored us? I don't know, maybe like that afternoon she goes with Conti to go shopping or something. I don't know. I think when she gets home that night, there is like a letter slipped under her door with her mother's seal on it that basically says, you will attend dinner tomorrow night, the next night. And probably a couple days ago, she would have tossed it in the trash. But after everything that they went through and nearly dying over and over and over, if nothing else, she would really like to see her father, and she knows this isn't the only way she's going to get to. So she begrudgingly marches herself to her parents' manor and presents herself for dinner the next afternoon. She probably shows up kind of like mid-afternoon and is met by like a servant who her mother had sent to intercept her, and who basically is like, you can't come to dinner in that. We're gonna go change you. And so drags her off and puts her in proper clothing and fixes her hair and all this.
Yeah, there's it seems like there's quite a bit of do.
Yes, quite a bit to do. And yeah, and then
Tension in
finally
the air
she's-
almost.
Oh yeah, she's I think she's happy to see the like serving lady, who I should probably name, but I have not done that.
Sally.
Yes, definitely. No, actually, I think it's almost certainly like a Kelishite woman, because her mother is very proud of her heritage, and
Which is very almost antagonistic
yes,
to the
yeah, and
to the husband's family.
right. And probably makes, or definitely makes Savara feel a little out of place because she doesn't fully look like her mother.
Ayo.
And
Well, I mean,
Wait.
she's not full Kelishite.
she's getting prepared, and one of the her servant Sally is adjusting her Abotis, maybe tightening Abotis up a bit. Well, let me ask you: is she dressing in the Taldan style
No.
of Okay.
Um,
Or, you know, the
Should we bust out?
strict
bust out the art
undergarments.
first? Should we bust out the art?
I'm thinking that we might bust out the art.
Okay, let me see if I can. I know I have it. Let me see if I.
I should be able to post it too.
Okay. Yeah, if you have it in there, even better.
I think I gotta create it. Though. I didn't want it sitting in.
Okay.
I didn't want it sitting in the art libraries because people might see that.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Let's see it on the stream.
So while I dig this up, we see Savara's mother enter the room. What does she describe to us? What
She is.
looks like.
She holds herself very tall and proud. She's Kalashite. She has
Kalashite,
you
so
know,
dark skin, right?
dark skin, thick curly black hair, high cheekbones, just very like you can tell from the way she carries herself that she she gives off the air of being very confident and important and sort of imperious. And she's wearing garments that are some like it's not full Kellish dress, but it's like like a more of a Taldan style gown, but like with like scarves and embroidery and jewelry, and so like a very clear homage to her culture, but also
silk
I
fabrics.
belong here. Yeah, expensive silk like brocade and
Okay. So here is Savara 2.0.
or 0.5. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, and at the it disappeared.
Oh, sorry,
At
I'll put
the,
it back up again.
At the like end of the dining hall is that stained glass window, like floor to ceiling. Yep. And Savara walks in, and
Well, you're in the room already. It's your mom that walks in.
Oh well. Okay. Am I in the dining room or?
No,
am I
you're
in
getting prepared.
I'm getting ready. Okay.
Yeah. With the...
Yeah, so maybe she's sitting there like getting her hair braided or something, like somebody's fussing over her.
She's like, "Oh, good, you're here."
And she sort of looks up and
Because really, this dress, we shall have to. There's no time to make changes. We'll have to just go with this.
What's wrong with this dress, Mother?
We want to pay proper homage to your grandmother. She has returned from Taldor.
She's here tonight.
And the whole palace, the whole manor is abuzz.
So remember, she does not live. Like they have a separate manor. They don't live.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah, but she's talking about the manor as being a buzz. Yeah.
Gotcha. She's coming to
everyone is summoned. Indeed. Need you to be on your best behavior.
Big eye roll. I'm not 6.
Or I will not be the only guest of note in attendance.
Who else did you invite?
That's not who I invited, it's who your grandmother saw fit to invite.
Who else did grandmother invite?
She invited... She kind of spits the word out a little bit. Lord Avid.
I didn't know you were inviting me to an ambush.
Yes, well, he is.
On the Marillas.
Seems he means to put down roots in Absalom from his tenure as Tetrarch of Diobel.
What does that have to do with anything?
Has to do with the Primarchy. Primarchy, of course. Your grandmother has come to start the wheels turning. And Lord Avid of Arnson means to make a strong play.
Fine, I suppose I can endure a night of politics if I have to.
Just staying low and quiet. Let me do most of the talking. All right, we must go. We must catch the carriage and begin our courtly graces, so to speak. Your father's already there, helping set up. Come now.
And she just kind of sits there, like, staring.
Yeah. She's like, don't. She's like, she leans in close to. She's like, don't embarrass me here.
What do you think I would do, Mother? Embarrass you?
With your grandmother coming back, things are going to
Why did you even invite
accelerate.
me? If you thought I'd be an embarrassment?
And I don't want my position as member of the council, the Pedal District,
If you're so
to be
embarrassed by
impacted.
me, why did you even invite me?
I didn't invite you. It was grandmother. Your grandmother did. She insists that all family members in attendance.
Well, fine. I'm happy to see her anyway.
Fix your
Let's
face.
go. And she stands up and grabs her like scarf and stomps out of the room.
She kind of rolls her eyes, looks around and sees something that you may have forgotten in your like a scarf piece or a piece of, little something.
She probably grabs like 3 more things that I have to have in my hair or something.
Right.
to
She
be
scoops
perfect.
them up and gives them to the servant who runs after you.
Mhm.
And the dinner goes by without a hitch. Lord Avid is a bitter old man who on several occasions has as the wine and drinks flow indicated his disdain for the previous Primarch, who Lord Avid was known to be very close with. And the previous Primarch, for those that don't know recent history, disappeared completely during the flesh fiend flesh siege that took place. The Primarch, Lord Gear of Gix, was this old wizard guy who was part of an adventuring group who was kind of like well loved by everybody. He disappeared completely. Nobody knows what happened to him. And in the chaos, that is when the current Primarch stepped up from Siege Lord, who was defender of the city, to Primarch, and has been Primarch ever since. And people now are just like, all right, the siege has been over for 2 years now. Is this, are you usurping? And that is what this guy is claiming also. He's claiming that, he calls the Primarch the usurper. And, At this dinner, first of all, is Gloriana Morilla. She has returned in all of her glory, the matriarch, so to speak, of House Morilla, who has been working very closely with the Princess Eutropia of Taldor, the Queen, rather, the Empress.
Yeah.
The
She
Empress.
didn't die. Spoiler.
See, at least not in this world. Maybe in yours she will. But yes, Empress Eutropia. And once the War of the Crown concluded, Gloriana left to go and
He said
support
the
her
thing.
and to solidify her family's power and connections with Taldor, remaining close to the throne. So now she's back at what seems to be a crucial time in Absalom's.
Plots within plots. Within
Yeah.
plots.
Pressure is being laid. The Primarch supposedly doesn't want to give. I mean, it depends on who you talk to. Primarch some people say that he doesn't want to relinquish power. He's setting it up for a military coup or the extended military coup that's been ongoing. Or some people say that he doesn't want to be the Primarch. He wants to abdicate.
Yeah, in book 1, we heard the rumor that he doesn't want to do it, but there's not a
Yeah,
better solution
rumors
right now
are
that he's-
rumors, though. Be careful.
But that's interesting that this connection with Taldor.
Oh, Taldor is insanely connected with Absalom. It's written by the laws that Aradin passed, and this is discussed at length at the dinner table, that if there is no Primarch or no High Council to govern to govern Absalom,
Mm-hmm.
that the rule of Absalom will fall under Taldor. Yes. The King of Taldor, Queen of Taldor. So, but that would be, a pretty serious circumstance. I won't have to nuke Absalom or something.
Or slowly take them all out.
Yeah, maybe murders start happening, right?
Or puppet. Yeah.
If say you're one of the most highly connected espionage families in the city.
Yeah, I know. And, there are a few side jokes about it. Nobody ever talks about it openly, especially with guests at the table.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like Absalom's worst kept secret that the House Morilla is very much involved in espionage and assassinations and things like that. But they are very House Morilla is very much bound, by certain rules that were put in place with those in political power that prohibit Morilla from conducting any schemes within the walls of Absalom. Everything is outside the walls, as far as, or in their family, which happens quite a bit with the House Morilla siblings, is that they tend to start dropping like flies. Due to basically
infighting and political one
infighting, yeah. And there are currently 3, siblings vying for who may be the new controllers of House Morilla.
And all 3 are here? Wow.
And one of them is there. And it's Lord Huartos. They're all nephews and nieces of the Scion Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Who all 3 of them work very, very closely with him, or basically run the Guild of Wonders, which is what the name of the operation is. And Huartos is just a jittery, really brilliant man, but he carries this book with him at all times. he guards it with an incredible amount of paranoia. For it is rumored that it contains, the darkest secrets that could ever be unearthed. That would surely undo the house.
Mhm.
He's there, listening intently. It's very quiet, though. He doesn't talk much. His book is close to him at all times. And your father is there, of course.
Probably seated like at the far end of the table from me, which
Oh yeah.
Sabara's pretty ticked about because she wanted to see her dad.
Yes, but all of the all of the attention is really being soaked up by Gloriana, who loves to host and maybe the center of attention. You've almost forgotten what a whirlwind it is to have her around.
Is Captain Follett there?
Captain Follett is there. He shows up a little late. He kind of asks, forgiveness and forgive me. Late with some reports of skullduggery and the like. And I had to get in here before the moon reached its apex. And everyone kind of, everybody seems to like Captain Follett. He is still dressed in his uniform as the captain of the Petal Guard.
Lotus Guard.
Lotus Guard. Captain of the Lotus Guard, which is in the Petal District.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very, very, very well dressed and a little scruffy maybe. But he's there and he looks at you and he smiles and winks.
Yeah, she gives him a kind of a quiet nod and smile back. Does anyone mention or that I'm on the guard or that my name was associated with what went down at the Galarian?
Right.
The award we were given.
Well, Gloriana. Oh yeah, I want to. Does at one point.
Did she say my sister saw you?
Wait, what?
Wait, no, they're not sisters, are they? I don't.
Gloriana?
No, I was thinking Anna Sindra.
Oh yeah, she's not there.
No, yeah, but.
Oh no, Gloriana is sister. Sister, so she's her aunt of the girl that confronted you down in the thing.
Alessandra, okay.
Yeah, Alessandra. Yeah, Alessandra. Okay, so that's Gloriana Amarilla.
Mm-hmm.
And she maybe perhaps when Folent arrives, the captain of the guard, the topic of the watch comes up, and Gloriana just be like, speaking of, I hear that my talented granddaughter is a member of the Honor Guard. Precipice Quarter, is it? Or is it Beldrin's Bluff now? Have they gotten to naming it yet?
You tell us. I don't know.
No, she's asking that. So she doesn't.
I don't know the answer. Have they? I mean,
You the player.
Yes, it is being referred to as Beldrin's Bluff. Precipice Quarter is gotta shake that. Gotta shake that.
Yeah, so she's been just kind of keeping to herself and kind of
Mhm.
politely taking a few bites here and there, she's actually like really excited about getting to eat the food that she hasn't had for the last little bit. Since she's
And
been...
Gloriana has brought stuff with her, you know.
Yeah, oh, I'm
She
sure.
brought
yeah.
like crates and crates of Taldor delicacies.
But yeah, well, yeah, and actually, that's the other thing. Savara's probably upset because she thought she was going to get all of the like Kelishite dishes that she loves, and she's not. So, but yeah, she's just sort of like been quietly, politely eating and trying to like not catch anybody's attention. So when she gets specifically called out, she just kind of, stops and lays her silverware down um and yes, it's Beldrin's Bluff.
Very nice, very good. I look forward to the tour that you're going to give me, I'm sure, of the fairgrounds, the like.
Yeah, yes, of course, grandmother. And she is not making eye contact with her mother, who
And
she
the
can
mother is like,
feel this glare
yeah.
from, like, yeah.
And your dad is like smiling. He's like,
Until he looks over and sees his wife's face.
yeah. Then he's like, straightens up. It's not funny. Okay, and then the Lord Ovid, this elderly fellow, who is quite the statesman. His tenure at Diobel, which is one of the cities on the coast of the island. There's other cities there. In Absalom. And he was given rulership of Diobel by the previous Primarch, who he feels was a slight. He felt that was an insult. A lot of people were like, that's a pretty sweet deal. But he was always felt, now his time has come, he keeps saying. Now all of Absalom will hear the word, the name, Lord Ovid of Arnson. Know it to be a man of great quality, not a companion to the last Primarch. Then he'll go on to give some anecdotes on. She's very much egotistical. He will give anecdotes on the adventuring escapades that he and Lord Gix and the other fellows did, and by all accounts, I mean, they're pretty grand escapades. So much so that they essentially had Absalom like at their in the palm of their hand. Do such feats that they committed legendary acts and things like that. Now this guy's time has come. He will maintain the status quo, right? This is kind of a meeting of the Optimates block that's taking place right now, which are very traditional, and they very, very pro aristocracy, keeping the status quo, which
keeping their power and money.
Yeah. And there is a guest there also who you just couldn't recognize. You weren't sure who this person was. But the person was very quiet, and you just got a very uneasy sense about him.
I don't like that.
Yeah, like kind of you almost forgot he was there half the time. Perhaps if she asks about that fellow afterwards,
Yeah, if she has a chance to like maybe, ask Uncle Ferret or
And he looks. He's like, "You best stay away from him, lass.
but who is he?
He's dealings with your uncle." Wait a minute.
Mm.
Hold on. I need a family tree.
Yeah.
I need
know.
a family tree. Who was Salido too? Okay, Salido
We
is
never
Gloriana's.
decided.
No. Wait, no. I know
Yeah,
who
okay.
he is.
Okay.
So-
Who's
so-
Salido to Gloriana?
Salido
Are they
to Gloriana
cousins? I
is
think
our
they're
brother sister. No, they're brother sister.
Okay.
Yes. They are brother sister.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And therefore, he is your great uncle.
Right.
Is there it's your great uncle. And that's all you need to know once you hear that.
Oh wait. Well, I would have known who that was though. I would have known who Salido was.
Yeah. No, he's telling you the person is an associate of your great uncle.
Ah. Gotcha.
And that's all you need to know you don't want anything to do with this guy.
Okay.
You can almost not recall features when you try to remember who this person was. Very plain and unassuming.
Detect magic. I actually can't do that, but
I cast detect bullshit.
yeah. It's just going off, lighting up like through the whole.
It also comes up at dinner time that Gloriana is making arrangements for the Grand Empress to come to Absalom.
The Grand Empress of
Taldor, yeah. This is Grand Empress Eutropia.
Okay.
Which obviously is huge. And there's going to be a lot of activity around the manor. She's offered to host the princess. Oh, see ya.
They're coming back. Internet issues again.
I was gonna say, if that was Chase, he said he was gonna be right back.
Oh, okay. So, yes. So now you find that the Empress will be coming, and they're gonna be, a lot more dinners.
Okay. Oh boy.
Okay. Anything else that you wanted to?
No, that was way more. I didn't know any of that was gonna happen.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna have dinner with mommy and daddy. Yeah, I guess like after dinner, she's really just like cold shouldering her mom the whole time. But I think like after dinner, she's trying to get an opportunity to speak to her father, and of course he's being like pulled into these conversations with family and everything, and like the most she's able to do is to just like go up to him and like squeeze his hand or something, and quick eye contact, little smile, and then
yeah, he's there seems to be lots of folks that are trying to get his ear. But he does, give you the attention you need when you ask for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think she just. Okay, well, if she gets a chance to, like, be alone with him, relatively alone for a moment, like, because she, you know, she's been threatened. She knows she can't break decorum, but, she just wants to give him a really long hug and, probably not even really say anything, just try to convey, you know, hey, I miss you, you know.
He's like, I'm very proud of you, Spara.
And she just kind of smiles.
Eric has told me much about what's been going on. The press at Beldrin's Bluff. It is. I think you're starting to really come into your own person now.
And she gets kind of a, like, amused look on her face, and because she's thinking, oh yeah, you'll say that to me, but not in front of Mother.
Ooh.
And she just says, why don't you? Perhaps you should tell that to Mother.
I do. Believe me, I do. And she hears. She hears it.
As she.
There's a lot going on right now.
There's always.
But with your grandmother returning and now news of the Empress, things are going to move very quickly in this war of strings. Mother feels very much besieged, on guard.
What? Because she sees someone else moving into a place that she's chosen for herself?
That's what it's all about. World of politics here. It's a never-ending struggle.
What about you? You haven't made
Scraps.
any enemies, have you?
I'm a magistrate. Of course I make enemies.
No, I mean...
Make enemies every day.
I mean...
In fact, there's this one half-orc that I sentenced to the brine like 2 years ago.
Does he say that?
No.
No, she says, no, Father, I mean... And she kind of, like, looks around, like... They're immediate... closer enemies.
Thankfully, we're far enough removed from the great uncle's sphere of influence. Your mother works very hard to maintain that distance. And I believe, and he nods to across the hall to where Gloriana is laughing it up with a group of nobles, council members, just being very like, very much
laughing.
Yes, just filling, but in a sense, she fills the room.
Mm-hmm.
She's a master, right, at the courtly arts, and she comes straight trained from Taldor. Like this Absalom is small minor league compared to what she deals with, at least tonight. But he nods to your grandma. She's like, she is also keeping a close eye on, believe it or not.
No, that doesn't surprise me at all. That's what they do, isn't it?
I think in this case, it's a good thing.
Well, I'd hoped that we could have dinner just us, but perhaps another opportunity.
And then he looks at you and feels kind of a little sadness in his eyes, perhaps. And then he's someone, magistrate! Come tell us a story about At one time. Blah, 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 blah.
that you sent a half word from the phone. Yeah.
That was hilarious. You robbed a haberdashery. Can you believe it?
Titus?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
Titus?
Yeah, Titus. Yeah, I was about to correct you.
So, I guess we'll close that scene,
Yeah.
perhaps? Okay.
Yeah.
And we cut to the busy, well, the somewhat busy Edgewatch headquarters, where you have returned after your 2-day leave to report for duty once more.
I do a quick small scene too of just Kanthi.
No.
Okay.
Please.
Please, so it's not just me the whole time.
It may feel like that, but we didn't spend any more time on
Yeah.
you than we did on Chase tonight. It's fine.
On my shopping trip,
That's true. That was a long shot.
I think after Kanthi profusely thanks Savara for helping her find Lost and Found, she returns to the foreign quarter, where she has procured herself a small abode. When you first saw her, like that first night, she went back to her housing that wasn't really much more than like a shack. Like technically it had 4 walls, but you could tell it was in like a very seedy part of town. There was a few too many locks on the door, and not that her new place is nice, but she has at least some small, what you would consider luxuries. Like there were actual curtains on the one window that faces the outside in this, I want to say dorm style, but when it's all like one room essentially, with no walls. But she has like a bed in a corner and a small wardrobe, and she like gets home, throws the rune on the table, and there's this moment where she picks up a letter. Maybe it's the next day too. That it just says to Kanthi, and she opens it, and then very quickly crumples it, throws it into the fire, and we see the word like Karn at the bottom as it starts to smolder and catch. And she just shakes her head and then looks up at the wall, and the camera kind of pans away from the fire to the direction she's looking, and it's this massive board that she has on this wall that has all these like newspaper clippings and notes and letters, and they're all like tied together with string, and then next to the center is a large page ripped from a book about the Copper Hand and the history. And then in the very center of this like web of strings is a sketch of the Norgorber symbol, just like right in the center. And she's just staring at it, and then it cuts out from there.
Did it convert?
Who knows?
Oof.
Yeah. And then the book, the skin book, is there now.
It's a cookbook. It's a cookbook.
Yeah.
Okay.
People.
So it is Oath Day. Oh, shit. How could I not do this? Wait a minute. A lot of practice
She's
here.
working on her own case, essentially.
A lot of practice. Give me 1 second.
I don't even know if it's a book that she gets the history of the Copper Hand. Like I can't imagine it's actually like that official, like some or old or powerful. But like maybe it's some like information she borrowed from the watch, even on like a cold case involving them or something. But like at some point, someone had written about them.
Okay. Are we ready? Book 2 begins. Begins with a tradition spanning over 4,000 years. With the Radiant Festival of Absalom still going on. It's only the 11th today. The Radiant Festival of Absalom stands as a testament to the enduring spirit and cultural achievements of its people. This grand celebration, observed every century, symbolizes the city's strength and unity through countless sieges. I feel like the sieges have a little more impact now, I think. Just the few that you've come across.
When was the most recent siege?
Was that the fiend?
The tyrant.
Oh,
Oh, so 2 years
Yes, the Whispering Tyrant.
yeah.
So, were we all here
His hand
in
is still there outside. Like
Were
in
we
this
all
giant
okay?
crater.
God.
Yeah. And then shortly before that, you had the Fiend Flesh Siege.
Were we all
I
here for
might-
the
Yeah.
that siege?
Well,
Might have been. I don't know.
I was.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
It was a terrible time. We even saw in that book 1 prologue, you know, how these sieges affect people at the most basic level.
Mhm.
And after a long absence, this festival has returned with unprecedented vibrancy, drawing attendees from all corners of the globe. Most join in the revelry, while others harbor darker intentions, some of which we have already experienced. Eager to exploit the occasion to further their own villainous schemes, standing in their way is a cobbled-together constabulary, sworn to protect and preserve the people of this great city. These courageous men and women are known as the Agents of Edgewatch. These are their stories. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do it again.
Oh.
There you go.
Both day 11. Is that a plane?
I don't know what that was.
It's
Water.
looks up. Oh God.
Airdrop.
No, not a second plane.
Where are we dropping, boys?
All right. So yes, you are assembled just like in every other day. You've assembled, awaiting assignment. New faces starting to appear. Recruits much greener than yourselves.
Did we get a promotion?
Apparently, we're part of the honor guard now.
It's true, but I want a promotion
Pretty.
that comes with money.
Money.
And some of the folks there, like, you know, nod at you, and
Ignored.
maybe in this scene, I don't know if there's anybody like, you know, before come to orders, anybody like helping anybody else, or what's going on here? Well, how do we see our agents returning to duty?
I think got these slides up to Savara, like that little like day trip date we had. She's like,
Mhm.
oh, like I
Check
should
this out.
run to my
Boom!
coworker."
Destroys a chair.
She
You like
punches-
slide in like Kramer, like.
Where's my intern? I'm gonna punch him once and crit him. Where's Gif? He's level 1 now. He can take it. I think she like slides up and then like stop.
Well, back to work, yes?
Did you enjoy the days off? Relaxing? I'm sure you had nothing going on.
Parts of it were very relaxing. I did enjoy our shopping trip. How about you?
Oh look, there's Gwendolyn.
Are you avoiding my question?
So today, Gwendolyn looks like her hair has started to grow back in.
Oh God.
It is not rainbow colored though,
Oh.
as that would obviously die. And she looks like she's wearing, she's got like orange eyeshadow and like a little bit of lipstick right here. Like, hey, what's up?
She nods.
Wait, Gwendolyn, how was your days off? How were your days off?
Oh, I just pretended to be someone else.
Oh, lovely.
The weather's nice.
Yeah.
Little, warm for me. You know.
Maybe as the three of them are talking, they see that I think Iletta's she would say that she's been conscripted, but she volunteered to help coordinate some of these new recruits, maybe through some training exercises. And she's been there, like she basically didn't take the days off. Like, she
Okay.
went back to work. So I'd say like maybe she's out in the yard drilling some folks. You hear the mom voice out from there, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's I hear
I am blanking your name. I'm so sorry. I was just looking around.
You hear somebody no, but she'll wander her way back in and just the three of you are here. Good. How was your break? Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we go back to work, huh? Ugh, glad to
I'm-
know I'm not alone. Sorry to hear it.
What do we do for work now?
Well, I'm going to talk to the sergeant. We haven't gotten like any official, like sort of.
Yeah, and you're in the assembly room, like where all the other agents waiting
Right,
for
like
their.
waiting for orders. Yeah.
Right.
Talk to the sergeant. I imagine we'll get yelled at. You know.
I mean,
And
if we're in the honor guard, are we still like patrolling, or would we be like, I don't know,
What the
do-
fuck is the honor guard?
who said you were in the honor guard? No one said you were in the.
What about-
Gloriana
The honor
did.
guard?
Gloriana said.
Oh, yeah, but what is?
I did not
not-
share that with anyone. Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, how did you guys hear about that? There's a spy there.
That was
Was
out of
that-
character.
Spy's girlfriend here, the detective.
Yeah, When
Okay.
you say girlfriend, she like looks confused, and then you say the detective. She's like, "Not my girlfriend."
So, and then right on cue, we see Detective Bolera exit
Eating
Lavars's
an entire
office.
pineapple.
You can hear Lavars's shouting, screaming at the top of his lungs, and then maybe mid-sentence, Bolera walks out and shaking her head, rolling her eyes. She looks over at, she sees you guys talking and kind of smiles a little bit before heading out with. She's got a bundle of papers and things with her. She looks a little stressed, maybe. Then Alo exits shortly afterwards, and he watches her leave and heads over to the podium to kind of call everything to order. He hits the gavel. Yeah, okay, that makes that noise.
That's good.
Devil's noise, amazing.
All right, and he starts giving out assignments. He has people broken into groups, but you can see their names on the board, into squads. The four of you are in your own squad. Sphynx squad.
Oh, cool! Hell yeah! I like big.
There's other ones there like I don't know.
Is Gith part of it?
No, he's not cool enough.
Gith is assigned to a patrol for now.
Oh yeah.
So did you say Phoenix? What was it?
Sphinx.
Thank you.
Sphincter Squad.
Sphinxes are everywhere in Absalom. You know, it's a very iconic image for Absalom. I mean, the platinum pieces are called sphinxes.
Right.
And then he's like, Sphinx Squad, Sphinx Squad, Sphinx Squad.
3 times fast, go.
Sphinx,
You need
Sphinx.
York. You need New York. You need New York.
Sphinx Squad, front and center. After all the squads disperse and get stopping at the quartermaster and get geared up and stuff like that. Let's all be careful out there, he says, and dismisses. And then he calls you guys up, and I want to say, real proud of you for, well, is
Who is
Is,
this baby face?
yep, it's Bell Babyface,
Oh, babyface.
Hello.
Sergeant Alo.
Hello.
Hey, Sergeant Alo. A few years back, did you hit a bunch of banks and run away with a soggy bottom boy?
Well, it's funny you talked about it. Funny you mentioned that.
Who told you?
He takes a spits into his little spittoon. And I just realized I don't have the wrong one. Hold on 1 second. Away. I want you. And I said no. But I had it open already.
So I'm proud of Gith. If we hear about that and we like see him in the room,
Yeah, he's there, and he kind of
punches
waves,
him in the shoulder.
and he's like, "Can you believe it?" He's like, "Can you believe it?" He's just shrugging.
Is his lady
He's like-
friend in the same school or patrol?
Yeah.
Conti like nods at him.
He goes, "Did you do this? Did you have something to do with this?"
No.
You think Dante has the kind of pull to pull something like that off?
Then she punches your shoulder instead.
Crushes it.
Shatters it.
No, not the crushing room.
All right. So, well, anyway, like I said, you did good. Did pretty good. Better than old lieutenant expect. Anyway,
Excuse you.
so we got these leads. Got this bank robbery. That's someone's gonna rob the bank during the parade. Well, let's just say that wouldn't be a great look for the city.
Hey, let's just cancel the parade.
Now, I'm not sure if you're aware, but the raiding parade is like an all-day event that snakes through the entire city of Absalom, through all the districts.
So what you're
It's a
telling
pretty
me-
big deal. It starts in the foreign quarter and ends in the here in the Bluff.
What you're telling me then is that they can be planning to rob any bank.
That's right.
Absalom, because this parade goes everywhere.
Exactly. So I've been Balera and myself put together a few leads, and I have a few contacts in the in the bail house. Give me a society check, everybody. Or if you have anything legal lore related.
Would
Is this
lore
recall
better
of
be better than
knowledge?
society?
Lore is always better than a knowledge check.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Unless, yeah, the DC is typically 2 lower. So
Yeah,
depending
yeah.
on depending
Alright, well-
sometimes.
I will roll my lore. Or are we rolling in public?
Just roll public. It's fine. For now. For now.
For now.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
roll publicly.
All right.
Knowledge,
Yeah. When he mentions the bail house. Okay. Savara knows the bail house. Elena, you know it's in the coins district. But Savara knows that it is the name of the watch station in the coins district.
In the Coins District.
Mm-hmm.
The Bail House, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Bail.
Mm-hmm. And that is the headquarters of the token guard.
Got
The token guard. It's just the one.
Just
Yeah.
one dude.
Just the one guard.
the token guard.
It's the token guard.
Yeah. And what you know of the token guard is that they have a reputation for being quite notoriously lax toward crime.
Okay.
You've heard of tough on crime. This is
And essentially arresting people and holding them hostage until they pay bail.
Oh, cool.
And generally, anybody that gets arrested is usually back out on the streets within 24 to 48 hours. As long as they make bail, as long as they pay the bail, they're good. They get released. For the most part.
So is the real official name of it the Bail House, or is that just what it gets called because of their grift?
It's called the Bail House because the pop star Elvis once performed. I'm sorry.
That's the official name of it.
Okay.
Yeah. They don't pretend to be anything other than what they are. So through Aloe explains that through his contacts at the bail house, Detective Bolera and other associated contacts, they have come up with several leads for you guys to investigate over the last couple days. Elena may have participated, I don't know if she was really looking to do investigation or not.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
wanted to keep busy.
Okay.
Yeah, she was going stir crazy at home.
So she may have hit the streets doing some gather info as well.
Could Conthi have as well?
No, you were doing. Weren't
You were too busy.
take the day off?
Well, yeah. When did she looking? But, I mean, then she spent time looking because because we have a
She
lead.
was getting her archetype. No. What were you, what do you think she would have been doing? She would have been helping with the investigation as well, or?
Because the Copper Hand specifically was
Right.
out of the Foreign Quarter, and
Yeah.
we are thinking they're the ones who are trying to pull off this.
Yeah, so maybe you paid a visit to Shristi
Mm-hmm.
over at the Sleepless Suns.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Too, at her house, she has this map set up too of her own small investigation.
Okay, and you spent some time in the Sleepless Suns too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, then give me a gather information roll.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Okay.
What would okay, I tell you what. That's diplomacy, sorry.
Okay.
Unless you have
That's
streetwise.
Perfect.
Would I have been able to maybe try to question some people at dinner?
Ooh.
It would have been hard to
I know
really
that's a
do that.
dangerous suspect.
it would have been
just
hard.
asking.
I mean, I question
Exactly.
who about what. You guys ever hear the copper hand?
Well, I mean, yeah, my dad, the magistrate, might have.
Well,
Mm.
Eastgate is very. I mean,
Yes,
the
is
pedals are very far from.
just asking. Just asking.
I don't think there's a connection there.
I am gonna add my Sleepless Sun Star background bonus to this,
Whoa.
if that works. Yeah, I think on her second day, Conthi was like, yeah, Winter Tristy was like, actually, I don't think she would have cared as much if it wasn't specifically in the foreign quarter where this group was from, because she's like, oh no, like there's people that are like affecting my neighbors and people I know, like people who are in the same situation as I am. She takes it very personally.
Is the big magic college, is that in the Wise Quarter?
Which one? The Arcanarium
Arcanarium.
or fuck.
I'm trying to remember which one I had in my background.
Why can't I think of the other one? Oh my god.
can build it
Well, the
up.
Arcanarium is a school, not just magic. Oh no, it is the most prestigious magic. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I think that was the one.
Yeah.
So the bar, or Kegs and Legs, is probably in somewhere near the Wise Quarter. I don't know if it would be appropriate.
It's in the Wise Quarter. It's one of the most popular buildings in the Wise Quarter.
I figured it would be near the college, I guess was kind of the college.
College of Mysteries. That's more occultism stuff. It's a magic school in Absalom also, though, yeah. Anyway, what do you the College of Mysteries is I think the oldest. Yeah, it's one of the oldest magic schools.
Friend went to one of them.
I love this idea that Wendelin's multi-personality disorder makes her forget which school she went to.
Oh, I didn't go to school.
Like this could be happening in character, I feel like. She's like, I have that diploma somewhere, let me find it.
Okay. Looking at the parade route and cross-referencing, bank locations, Alo has determined it, narrowed it down to 3 potential. Conti asking around the copper, asking about the copper hand. Doesn't really provide much success. They are keeping low, like exceptionally low. They have left their old hideout, set up somewhere new, and people think that they're planning something big because of that. But you're not sure where they are now. But one of the folks at the Sleepless Suns, one of your training partners, perhaps, or someone that you may have partnered with, drops a name. Zaraya al-Shurati. Talk to her. She's one of the muckruckers in the Puddles district. She may have information on them. You're not sure? only because she has talked about having information on a heist in the coins.
Do we think we could get back into the plains?
No. I mean, that kind of operation will take time. And there's nobody that was affiliated with the Copper Hand that was there. They have kind of dropped off the radar completely. Meaning that they feel something big's about to go down.
Well, the big thing is also the fact that the Graveraker disappeared. Like, are people still concerned about that?
That is Bolera's focus.
Okay. But Kanti will share that she might have a lead. The Zayara al Sharati. These are the Petals district. She might know more. Might be a good place to start. And then she looks to Yelena for validation.
No, good job. It's a good lead. I think I know about her, and that will be useful. Lord knows this district needs as much help as it can get. So.
Okay. One sec here.
But even just knowing that might happen to coins narrows it down a ton. I mean, it'd be like saying, you know, the Bronx is having a robbery, but it's still better than New York City.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So I'm not sure if this is going to automatically show it to you or not. Probably not. Okay. If you look into your journal, under case files, you should see a couple of leads.
Sphynx. Oh, we got a new layout.
Okay, so you see it.
Orvington.
Right. So listed are 3 likely banks. In addition, we're going to add Zaraya al-Shurati to that.
Ooh.
Oh,
And
you
then-
got them in there and you just
Pretty.
unhide them? That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Oh, we can complete it. Reward. Oh, this is fun.
Checklists.
Man.
So we'll go over those in a moment. Yeah, and then there is also what about what happened with Yelena? Did she do anything? Did she roll or?
No, the bitch does not have diplomacy.
Oh,
She cannot
okay.
roll to gather information.
Okay, so
I participated. I did not help.
okay.
Could you intimidate information out of people?
No. Be a feat choice anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's also a file, supplementary files that get added onto this. There's a note about a tannery on the outskirts of town,
Okay.
and a note from Detective Bolera as well. So why don't we go over this? Who would like to read the Orvington Money Changers?
I can.
Okay.
Hunt the maybe pulls one of the sheets out. Orvington the Money Changers. Yvonne Orvington is the owner and manager of Orvington Money Changers in the east end of the coins. This file indicates that Uthan's bank has recently been subjugated to vandalism and harassment by unknown parties. This is the oldest bank among the 3 possible targets and has been operated by the Orvingtons for several generations. Sort of
Okay.
said at the end.
Someone's
She drank a little too much.
got to hit her on the head there. Okay. The next one. Who's going to read it? turns.
Savara pulls out the sheet. Says, Penny and Sphynx Trust. This is the largest of the 3 possible targets and is located in the Coins District. Its manager, a halfling named Bertram Softwhistle, reported a recent break-in, although the token guard's investigation was cursory and yielded no clues. The file contains a complaint about the thoroughness of the inquiry and copies of letters to the bank's clients, assuring them that no funds were lost. The bank now seeks funds to hire a private investigator who can conduct a more thorough investigation than the token guard. Yes, I suppose they would not be interested in investigating much of anything.
You know what I want?
What do you want?
What I really want.
Yes. I want you to read the next passage.
Oh, yes. Elena will pull out the next one. Okay, we have here Stonesworn Savings and Loan, run by Roka Stonesworn. She's a former adventurer. Pretty rich, and she owns and operates this bank in the Coins District. Oh, we have a permit for her building and some supplemental filings here with some whack-ass magic and a handwritten note. She's worried that someone might be engaging in illegal excavating near her establishment, but the token guard is token and useless and lives up to their name.
Appears to be a pattern.
Okay.
I mean, if I was, trying to make my big score, I'd rob all of them at once. If I was an arrogant thief,
Which you would never be, right?
Same thing.
A thief? No, I do not have the gift for
The only thing
thievery.
you've stolen is my heart.
Oh.
Oh, you don't mean that.
No.
Moving on.
That was a good line.
So Gilly's Tannery or Gills?
Hello? Yeah,
Gil-
it's a
Gil-
little tight, but I'm gonna have to squint at it.
Gilwell Tannery. This file includes a vandalism report from a tradesperson named Gilly Analan, who is building a float for the Radiant Parade. Someone named Elsmara allegedly broke into Gilly's to vandalize the float Gilly was storing there, nearly burning down the entire building. The paperwork has the words "waste of time" written at the bottom in Lavaris's crisp handwriting. Although wasn't so sure, it was irrelevant as it pertains to the parade, so he slipped it into the files for us to investigate. If they bring it up in Lavaris's presence,
Big fan of the idea that this is actively
Happening, yes.
Again,
in
Wendell
the
would
notes.
be the one to say that out
Yeah.
loud.
wouldn't write it down if you didn't want me to say it.
And one more to go, really, for the most part.
All right, let's see what we have here.
I see 2 moon usually.
Yeah, I guess the other one is a quick one.
Chadraksha's deep lungs. This one's from Bolera. Okay. She's a Chadraksha. Ooh, that's hard to say. She's a hobgoblin. Her business isn't a bank, so not a likely target. She's just connected, apparently, and has a rap sheet the size of an Abadaran holy text, and probably twice as salacious. It has a lot of complaints in it against the moneylender, and from her. Yeah. She's currently under investigation for running an unpermitted business in the puddles. Who isn't? And she's made requests to several of Absalom's law enforcement agencies offering information on a criminal enterprise operating in the city for exchange for clemency and having her business permit reinstated. These are things I cannot do, Bolera. What am I supposed to do with this? I am a beat cop. Okay.
Then we have
And then
the addition
yeah,
of.
we'll say that that Ilena will write it down, and Ilena will write down Ziraya al-Shurati Kanti identified this person, one of the muckrakers, claiming to have valuable information regarding a heist in the coins. And I will pop it in there. I will make sure to attribute it to Conte.
Okay. Olive's like, all right, well, I want you to focus on the banks first. See what you can find out from them, and then.
Can you also check with Bolera about that amnesty thing? I mean, do I have the power to grant amnesty? What the fuck?
Yeah, well, we've got a. We have some pull.
Okay. Okay. I say fuck
Use your best judgment.
Okay. Oh, we'll meet her first. That's a good idea.
Can see if these other leads bear any fruit.
No, we're looking for the money, not fruit.
Oh, Conte, you are doing so well.
Savara had like opened her mouth to explain what she meant and then just shut it again.
It was a joke.
Aren't those supposed to be funny?
I will punch you in the other arm.
Oh.
Hi, baby girl. I know.
Okay.
It's late.
So, I guess we can stop here if you guys want, or we can continue. It's up to you.
This feels like a good stopping point because it sounds like we're
Yeah.
gonna head out and start doing some investigation.
Yeah.
I'm cool with the stoppage here.
Okay.
I mean, how y'all feeling?
Yeah, it feels like a good stopping point, but I do want to play more.
Yeah, same.
Okay, I'm down too.
Let's go. When do you want to go? Let's go.
Let's go.
So
We can
where
chase down a lead or two.
are you gonna go?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Well, the coins apparently.
The coins.
Right?
I'll check with Alo if we're supposed to link up with the coins.
Oh right.
At
So he does have a contact for you. We don't want you're going to be in uniform, so you need to check in with the bail house.
Bail House Rock. That's right.
We're in the bail
And he gives you documents to present to the duty desk. It's not uncommon sometimes for investigations to cross districts, and it's. So
Mascot's here, coming with us.
Oh yeah.
My house is 1,000,000,000 degrees. I go turn on the AC.
Okay, so we take it to the map of Absalom. Bail House is right about here.
Okay.
Right there. And the busy busy coins district where the city is just teeming with merchants and financial institutions. And this area here is the bazaar, and that's why I was like, that is a crazy place.
Mm-hmm.
The Grand Bazaar.
So a book about it.
Mm-hmm.
You said what?
There's a whole book about the.
Oh
Grand
yeah,
Bazaar.
yep. So you arrive at the bail house. It's a much older, right? I mean, most of the stuff that you see in the Precipice Quarter is newly built, and some of it looks kind of fake. A lot of, just put into the front of the building, right, to be pretty. Where the coins is very old, and the streets are well worn and grime and rust. Commerce. Full display here. People zipping back and forth. This is a very, very, very busy section of the city. And you don't see much fanfare. But you do see little ribbons going up here and there marking the parade route. It's like Wall Street, right? And the bail house.
If there's if it's like one of the richest neighborhoods.
It's not. It's not a rich neighborhood at all. Some of it is very, very slums and very much slums and things like that. The rich neighborhoods are, on the outskirts of the city. This is the center of the city.
Gotcha. Okay.
It holds the most money, but it's not the richest.
I believe it's the 11th.
No, yeah, well, I was gonna say, what day is the parade?
Parade is in 2 days.
2 days. Okay, so the 13th, right?
Yeah, the 13th. I originally had the 14th, but that was incorrect. It's in 2 days. Sorry. Carts full of goods, busy vendors, merchants in the finest clothing. Merchant class is king here.
You said king?
Is king, merchants are merchants. Merchants have some merchants have more pull than council members.
Mm-hmm.
Especially those who become trade masters are one of the highest honors that can be given to a merchant. You can hear the sounds and the smells of the Grand Bazaar not far away at all. Rare commodities, one-of-a-kind services. The Grand Dance Hall of Kortos is there as well, which is an incredible venue that Gloriana has mentioned, wanting to attend as well, and take the Empress there as well. It's a very, very, very fancy, incredible thing. But you are here for which bank now? Oh no, sorry. You're at the bail house, and you weave your way through. The traffic is pretty intense here. Criminals coming in, coming out, like on a regular, like a turnstile, almost.
It's another business.
There's if you ever go to like a bursar's office, right, where you have the lines of windows, that people are lined. This is like what it's like. And money changing hands, bail being stamped and approved. Mm-hmm. And you make contact with the duty officer, And he's like, he looks at the papers. Edgewatch? What the hell is Edgewatch? Beldrin's Bluff? You gotta be kidding me, right?
When's the last time you left the bail house?
What would you ask?
When's the last time you left the bail house?
It's
Like, have you been outside?
been like 2 weeks.
Dude, rough.
I'm on a 2-week shift, okay?
You smell like a 2-week shift.
2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. That's how we do it here.
Maybe I can forgive this guy for not knowing who we are. Sucks.
And this can't be real. I gotta give this up to the captain. Hold on.
Sure. give it up to
Disappears
the
for a little
captain.
bit, and you hear like, Edgewatch? What the fuck do they want? What do they want?
Who would stop us from just doing our investigation? Truly, these people are not going to stop us doing shit.
We need to link up with them.
After a moment, the duty officer comes out. He's like, all right, just stand by.
And I'll continue the contact. We need to link up with them so that we can cover our asses. You understand? You know? Like, no, it's stupid. It's bureaucratic. They're useless. But, you know, so was I at one point.
This is red tape, and I have a gigantic pair of scissors.
No, you don't. You
And
have
it's
your
called
fist and a
walking to
shield.
the bank.
Not the red. Okay.
Okay, and after a moment, a member of the token guard accompanies the duty officer. Introduces himself. He is a blonde-haired fella, slim, very pressed uniform, and then you can see the buttons on his coat, on his outer shirt, are all polished to look like tokens.
Keep branding.
He's got like a pair of sideburns, and he carries a whip at his belt.
What the Indiana
It
Jones
looks
ass.
like.
And he introduces himself. He's like, I'm Sergeant Aldev. I'm supposed to accompany you.
Oh, that is the man. I'm so sorry. This looks like a man who participated in the British Raj. He has whipped brown people for money.
Oh,
Yeah.
good lord!
Yeah.
His
Hey,
family.
so he
paid
doesn't
their
look
money
too.
off-
He doesn't look too happy about it. I'm to accompany you on your investigation,
Oh,
as it
we're
were.
getting a babysitter.
Making sure you don't upset any of the local merchants or.
Sergeant, will be more than happy to have you along to do some legwork.
Well, let's get on with it
Lord
then.
knows you could use it.
Yep,
You're
yep.
so skinny.
Your pass is only good for 24 hours, so let's make this.
Do you not eat? I'll continue harassing him if we leave.
What'd you say his name was, sir?
Your mother should be ashamed of
Sergeant Aldev.
Aldev.
Uh,
Thank you.
It's a prerequisite in Absalom that if you're a sergeant, your name starts with a vowel, which
Yeah.
is why Ilana might make sergeant because it's sometimes why.
There's hope
There
for
you
her
go.
yet. So where would we be going then?
Well, we have a bevy of complaints here that we're trying to follow up on because we have some like long-term leads that are linking up with him. So I was going to suggest that we started with Penny and Sphynx.
Good as any.
Penny and Sphynx it is then.
Guard. Sphynx Guard to the Sphynx Bank.
Yeah. My other thought is to go to Chidraxa, which is hard to say without an accent, so I forgive myself.
Chidraxa.
But I kind of want to visit Chidraxa without the sergeant because I do not like our chances getting her to
Mhm.
open up with him
Uh-huh.
being
Just
a
as a note,
colonizer over our
the-
shoulders.
Kanti might mention it, but she would suggest that if/when we visit Zayara, it is off the clock and out of uniform.
Zaraya? You let us.
Yeah, Zaraya.
Yeah, we can do that.
Just in case that wasn't clear.
Sure.
Okay. So you're going to Penny and Sphynx.
Yeah, sure
Mhm.
thing.
Okay.
Yep.
The Penny and Sphinx is in one of the better parts of town. It is a giant stone building in the middle of an immaculately manicured lawn. And it is encircled by a very tall, wrought iron fence. It's well protected. Stout, strong building. Thick columns. The main entrance is beneath an impressive portico. And has a pair of stone sphinxes flanking on either side.
Going to become our lucky charm.
Very, very impressive. Engraved letters above the building's front doors declare the structure to be the Penny and Sphynx Trust.
Any knowledge about this place? Out there? Sergeant?
Yeah, Penny and Sphynx Trust. Well, I know it's old Beldrin Software is still running the joint. And him and his son. Can't really tell you much more than that. They're kind of off my radar, if you know what I mean.
I have a feeling most things are.
You got a problem with the way Token God handles business.
No, you're wonderful tokens. All right, let's go.
Ah!
I don't have to take this abuse.
Yeah, you could leave. We don't need a babysitter. We appreciate it, but you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're walking up the stairs to this grand edifice.
I can steal his whip.
You're trying to steal his whip? What are you gonna replace it with yours?
Sausage.
Yeah.
Replace it with the sausage.
Pickles that those goblins invented on our first day?
Yeah,
fried pickles.
pickles.
Stick a fried pickle in it.
How did this pickle get here?
How did this pickle get in my hole?
Approaching the building looks to be in operation. It's a very grand open lobby with columns stretching the length, polished floors. It's very colorful mosaic on the worked into the stone marble floor. A line of tellers, private offices to the side, and seeing the group arrive, one of the bank tellers kind of hurries over.
Hey.
Yes. Hello. I am but my name's not important, really.
Oh.
Bertram.
Okay, well,
Bertram.
he's important.
You don't need to know my name. I don't need to tell you shit.
He's
Inslu.
important. Or should I call you?
Am I under arrest? Am I being detained?
If you're cops to tell me.
If you cops,
It's like,
I'm
no.
literally wearing my.
It's like Bertram. I'll let Bertram know you're here. If you'll please follow me, and the person leads you into one of the side rooms, kind of hurriedly, and you got people are looking at you guys like, oh, you know, what are all these cops doing here?
Yeah.
Do we have our thing exposed? Our necklace, pen?
Why wouldn't you?
I
No,
just
we're
wanted
not.
to declare it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got my
cool.
badge on.
Oh yeah,
Crest.
our little medal that we got.
The only thing
Yeah.
I'm missing is my gun, but Sir won't give it to me. Where's my 9mm, sir? Where's my service weapon?
Yeah.
With less than lethal.
Turn
oh
in
my
your
God.
badge.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh, not gonna
my
look at that.
camera is.
So heavy.
So, you're led into this conference room, right? Very impressive table, comfortable chairs, elegantly embroidered, and decorative iron bars reinforce the windows.
Decorative iron bars.
Yeah, everything looks fancy,
Yeah.
but practical
Corinthian
as
style
well.
Bars.
Hmm.
Let's see.
That was funny. You can laugh. It's okay.
I'm gonna hold up a fucking sign. Laughter.
Okay, and you're just seated and offered refreshments.
Sparkling, please.
You drink hairspray?
Sparkling water.
Angry
And
water.
I'm gonna reach into my pocket and I'm gonna pull out some like mica dust and I'm gonna put it in Sabra's water.
he immediately sees you doing
Sorry.
it and
Yeah.
stabs you.
Sparkly now.
Anyway.
Oh, for Savara. Got it. Yeah, understood.
Before long, the man, a halfling, enters here he's got some thick sideburns and like a
What
stove
is it with everybody's sideburns? I'm sorry.
stovepipe hat. People got sideburns.
Symbol of authority. Mutton chops.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
this guy here,
Attack map.
Oh.
come waddle,
Yes,
come,
another
Looks like a
colonizer.
Bertram. Yeah.
come waddle.
This man saw Goody Proctor at the Devil's Sacrament.
He comes, waddling on in.
Waddling? Wow.
He's a
I know.
well dressed. Well, he's well dressed, but he
Wow.
has a slight limp, and he walks with the aid of a cane. He's like, "Oh, go, very good. You're here, excellent. But are you well with the token, God?
No,
No.
we are the Edgewatch. You can tell.
Edgewatch.
because- Yes, you can tell by our swanky uniforms. No, we're newly formed after following a lead that started with the
Edgewatch.
cases we were working.
Is that a special division of the coins district? Just for
How
for
everyone
special
in
special
this one-
files?
So
Special
you know the
cases?
Radiant Festival is happening right now. You
Oh.
may have seen it. There's a fuck ton of people outside.
Right,
They
yes,
have
right, of course,
repurposed-
Radiant Festival, yes.
Yes. They've repurposed, refurbished, reinvigorated the Precipice Quarter. It's now called. Beldrin.
Okay, very good. Wonderful.
And that
Happy
is
to
all.
hear it. Happy to
Yeah.
hear it. Great. Listen, so,
You had a break-in.
yes, exactly. I was well, first of all, I'm Bertram Soft Whistle. I'm the owner, the proprietor of the Penny Sphynx Trust. A name you can trust. With
word
your
of
pennies
advice.
and sphinxes, your platinum sphinxes and your pennies, you can bring them here. Anyway,
So,
Tavares is
so
poised to take notes, but he has yet to say anything worth writing down.
as I was saying, I was trying to say at least, I was in here with my son, stepson, Colo. We were closing up the bank a few evenings ago when a group of thieves they burst into the lobby from the office wing, having obviously broken in through one of the employee entrances, no doubt. As soon as I saw the thieves, I of course, slid into my secret chamber, my panic room, so to speak.
right,
Yes.
So you're saying that
and activated the alarms, which seemed to scare most of the thieves. But we did capture that one goblin. We got him good. And
you caught one of them?
sure did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Savara turns and looks at Aldev like,
You caught. I'm not asking him. I'm asking Aldev. You caught one of them?
"You still have him, yes? We'd like to speak to him."
Yes, we caught him and turned him over, and well, I haven't heard from anyone since.
Well,
And Aldev goes. It's like, well, I'm gonna have to check in. I don't know. I'll have to see.
and so I'll turn back to Chesterfield Oswald here, and I'll say, so until such a time as the token guard sees fit is to fully inform us as to the nature of these leads, we would love to ask you a few questions about this break-in and try to get a better idea of what was going on. If that's okay.
Sure.
You said they gained access through the employee entrance. How did you know that they did? Did they force it, or did they have a key?
Well, the door was open, so clearly that's how they got in.
Was it damaged?
I
can
didn't
look
see
at
any damage to it.
Who has keys to that door?
All the employees have the keys to the door.
Are there any deterrents that would prevent lockpicking from a sort of just a brute
Well,
force?
I do, I do invest quite a fair bit of money in our locks. I was quite surprised,
Okay.
actually.
Okay. Are all employee keys accounted for?
That's correct. Yes.
And
Do
I the player have more questions. I'm gonna roll a perception check
yes.
because I'm.
I would
sus
like to
about,
also roll a perception check.
Yes.
hidden, but so if somebody else wants to ask them, because I don't want to hog the interrogation time, I'd love to know how many people there were, general descriptions, anyone else who was there at the time around.
Well, I can show you. Can show you where they snuck in.
That would be very helpful. How many? Yeah, like how many people does he say there were total, including?
There's about 12 employees. Oh no! Oh, you mean how many people broke in?
Thieves.
I mean, it's also got another 12 employees with keys.
I don't know. Could have been half a dozen, maybe
How long?
around or less. Maybe 3 or 4.
Your panic room. How did you get in? Like, is that something that you normally can get into that quickly, or did you have some sort of advance notice?
Well, it just takes a few. It's pretty quick. I can just enter it rather quickly.
Do you have any umbrellas that I could borrow? Sorry, I'll stop the penguin.
Oh God.
Okay. Well, any other questions that people can think of before we go? We can just take a look.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I want to look at the lock.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Could we perhaps see the employee schedule, or was everyone here that morning, or were
Yes.
certain people?
Oh, we were. No, it was just me and my stepson here.
Wait, the two of you were the only ones.
Yes, we were closing
present
up.
when-
We were.
Yes, it
At
was
the
at
end
night.
of the
It was
day.
at the end of the
Gotcha.
night. Yeah.
Well, no, there were a couple of bank guards still here, and they were the ones that caught the rascal.
I see.
Oh, so not the token guard.
No, they're useless.
Right here.
The clues in the name. They're the token
Yeah,
guards.
yeah, the best named guard ever.
Yeah.
I would like to
It's because of the
examine
buttons, man. That's why. It's the buttons.
I would like to
yeah,
examine
sure.
the door and also the area outside around where they came in.
And I'd love to get a statement from your stepson as well, if he's available, just to see what he saw and maybe get some more details.
We're also going to need all of your security video footage from that.
Yes. You need security key, and we're gonna
Yep.
need consent to fingerprint your
Yep.
staff. Um,
I actually have a fingerprint. Well, did I buy it?
My
Where's the
son,
fingerprint
my
go?
stepson's incompetent, and I don't know where he is right now. He doesn't even work for the bank, so it's not. There's no
Oh,
concern.
there's a
What?
but he,
Why was he here?
See, I was waiting for me to to close up.
do you normally meet at the end of the day?
Yes,
I see.
How-
Do you
how
know
old
where
is
he lives?
he'll come here after his studies, and
How
Oh,
old is he?
studies.
he is 45. No, wait, he's
Jesus
Does he live in your
Christ.
basement?
he's in his he's 21. He's 21.
You said he studies where?
At one of the private schools around here. So as he walks and talks you out, takes you out here, and then
I'd love to, sir. I know we're getting kind of tight on time, but I would love to grab the name of the private school.
okay.
To chase down the stepson during daylight hours, basically, just to get a statement.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to ask him that. Yeah.
Leads you back
Yeah.
into this room here, which is an employee hall. This is employees only.
Is the employee entrance back over here somewhere?
Yeah, then he takes you to the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the door.
Ooh, any
This is where they came in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are we gonna do a little bit more? Or are we gonna call it here and start with some investigation?
Yeah,
next?
we'll stop here.
Okay.
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 Okie dokie.
All right, folks.
Just don't
Hey, sir.
forget.
But
Does
to-
Setup. The setup.
I just want to. Does Aldov know where he turned the goblin in? Like, is it the bail house? Is there a specific?
Oh, we've got the bail
jail?
house for sure.
Yeah.
The bail house. Okay. Goblin. Was
Yeah,
turned
because then Aldev was like, I'll have to check.
Yeah, despite him working there.
Yeah.
Something though. You saw the turnstile of people coming in.
Oh,
and
yeah.
out.
Yeah. Of course he's not still there.
Man,
No
I guess
way
these
he's
places
still
must really rely on private guard, huh?
Mm-hmm.
To like make sure shit stay
I mean,
locked.
aren't all bank guards private
It's true.
security?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I've been to a
Usually,
bank that
no,
had, like,
they are. Yeah.
police
hmm
as
Usually they're off-duty
security force.
cops.
Yeah.
Because like those are the people with
Mhm.
the training and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I mean,
Retired.
even like the Brinks folks aren't federalized. Like they're a fucking private corporation
Yeah.
that drives the money around.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
Try not to think about how stock prices affect so much. It's bad for your mental health.
all right, y'all. Good to be
All right,
back.
later on, I gotta go call my boss. Bye.
Bye.
folks.
See
Good night,
ya.
y'all.
Peace out.
合宿からいろいろあったけど、レイナと週一が喧嘩してるところ初めて見た。